Sir, I totally for how is my screen now, sir? You asked me to share the whole screen, no?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Sir, ready, sir.
One
Right,
second,
start the
ma'am.
session.
We'll just wait. Just check. Make this check. Like last. This is now not giving my presentation, or how it is, sir. This
Now
is
you can go ahead with the slideshow is there, no? The top slideshow.
yeah.
Click
That
on that.
now it is fine, sir.
Excellent, madam.
Okay, fine, sir. Okay, yeah.
Stop sharing, madam. We'll start.
Yes, yes. I'll stop sharing. Yes, sir. I've done that.
That's ready?
Yes, sir, already started.
Welcome to Maheepathi Talks. As you know, there are no, because of this COVID-19, the colleges have stopped and schools have stopped, but learning and sharing of knowledge has never been stopped. Eminent personalities like Dr. Mahalakshmi ma'am, people are coming forward to share their knowledge and make this society a better society. It's happy and I'm privileged to introduce today's speaker, Mahalakshmi ma'am. She is from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. She has got more than 2 decades of rich work experience in both teaching and software development. The 5 years in software industry and remaining 17 years in teaching. Extremely hardworking and possesses exceptionally analytical skills and a high degree of perseverance. She has the right attitude to work efficiently in any challenging environment for the organization's objectives, which is in turn enhances her career growth. She pursued her research in the Faculty of Information and Communication Engineering from Anna University, Chennai. She pursued her Master of Technology in Information Technology from AAI Deemed University, Allahabad. She has done her Masters of Business Administration in Human Resources from Annamalai Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science and Engineering from Annamalai University. School education from Sacred Heart Convent Higher Education School, Villupuram. Ma'am, she's working as the Dean Center for Industry Institute Interactions and Professor CSC in KIT, Kalai Nagarukaram Karunanidhi Institute of Technology, Coimbatore. Ma'am has worked in various positions in various institutions. She was the head of the organizations, and now, right now, she is working as the Triple I. Ma'am has got a lot of work experience in Tata Consultancy Services and Lokatia Computer Center LCC, Chennai. She also, her areas of interest are software engineering, requirement engineering, big data analytics and data mining, cyber security. Her special skills include career counseling, motivator, soft skills trainer, designed and conducted workshops for students and faculty members titled Art of Communication Level 1 and Level 2, Motivation and How to Stay Motivated, Train the Trainers and Life Skills. She's got a lot of publications in international and national journals. She's got 34 international journal publications. She's known for her talent, she's known for her life skills and training in soft skills areas. We are proud and happy that ma'am has accepted to deliver the topic, which is very important: resilience and its impact after pandemic, which is going to be the need of the hour. As we know that if we don't have resilience, how we are going to face. We are looking forward from Dr. Mahalakshmi ma'am to throw light on this resilience and its impact after pandemic, which is very important for everyone in every walk, in all walks of life. Now I invite Dr. Mahalakshmi ma'am to deliver this session.
Thank you, Dr. Maheepathi sir, and it was a great evening. And I welcome all the participants and who have joined over here. And I really thank Dr. Maheepathi sir, who is doing a wonderful, what to say, service apart from his work schedule. Sir is doing it. And it's an excellent, I need to thank, and not only for me, sir has given a lot of venues for so many speakers. It's not only sharing, bringing out the talent. Every evening, sir is occupied. So hats off to you, sir. That's a great thing that you are showing us, and that's what is gearing up us also to do it. So coming to the title, it's the resilience, the buzzword that is required for post-COVID world. Yes, Resilience meaning is how strong we are, how strong we can give a comeback. Let me reserve this picture's explanation. Just have this picture in your mind and the second picture. These two pictures, let us put it in our memory, in our mind, and we will come back. I will come back on these two pictures during the course of the talk. So, this resilience, let us start with the definition of what is this resilience. It is typically is defined as the capacity to recover from difficult life events. Resilience says that it is not always you're facing positive things. No. It's good that you come back, the bounce back after a setback, maybe a failure, maybe something didn't work out. We're not going to get stuck there, we are going to have a comeback. That ability is called the resilience. That is, we are able to withstand the diversity and bounce back. We are not going to be stopped by the life's downturn. So that is the word. It is our attitude to think whether my glass is half full or half empty. Now, in this pandemic time, it is better we think at least we have a glass. If we are sitting comfortably in our home and listening to this webinar, we are able to deliver and do this. Really, we are blessed, considering to the number of people out there who has come. So this is what we have to think about. Let us look around and find the blessings around us. Let us be thankful and have a way that we can come back, and we have to come back. Whatever happens, life has to go on, and that go on has to be a BB, that is bounce back. Let me start formally with the skills that must make us resilient. I just said bounce back. We cannot just like that bounce back. We need to know what are the skills that we need to acquire or develop. Anything is possible by constant practice and determination and that persistence. If you have, if we are able, we have that sense of purpose, we are going to do it, we are going to stick on to it. Any habit could be cultivated. It's all in our mindset. So let's look into the skills that is required which can make us resilient. The first one, it says, it's composure. You will succeed if you preserve, and you will find joy in overcoming obstacles. So why does this composure boost resilience? A surprise diagnosis says if you're stuck in an elevator or a flat tire or a lost wallet in the middle of a shopping, life gives us so much countless scenarios which is going to throw our equilibrium off the balance. What are we going to do? So this composure, my dear friends, is definitely going to boost the resilience. So being calm, being composure, having this can shift the thinking pattern. Immediately being mindful, able to find out what we are, what is going, having that composureness. So how to get better to it is to be more resilient. Stop, recognize the disruption, and take a minute to think about how I want to respond to these small activities. Maybe I would have lost the way. I have taken a missed turn that should I take while driving to my office. That would lead me to another 20 minutes delay in my work driving. How do I respond? That is what. So we need to opt for solutions that represent our values and protect our instinct. So this composure is definitely going to boost the resilience. Then combined with this composure, let's have this patience, added to our cup. So he who can be patient can have what he will, goes the saying. Why does this boost resilience? Patience means listening. Hats off to all you people being patient enough to come over here. Spend your beautiful evening, 1 hour of your evening with us. Thank you. That patience is going to boost the resilience. Listening is an art that tests our patience. Yes, especially when the other person shares something we don't want to hear, or when we'd rather be the one who's doing the talking. Patience is a mark of resilience. How does it get better? Yes, by giving others our full attention. Giving others our full attention while they are speaking. Delaying the judgment and letting others complete their thoughts uninterrupted makes us better listeners, and therefore we become more resilient. And combined, the third ingredient for our recipe today is optimism. Courage does not always roar. Sometimes courage is a quiet voice at the end of the day that says, I will try again tomorrow. Yes, this third ingredient is going to make our recipe wonderful. Why it boosts resilience? The hope is the expectation of a better tomorrow. The hope are happier, healthier, and even longevity. While it is the composure, the patience, the optimism gives more meaning. Most of us feel optimistic on the days when the world is good to us. Yes, it's very easy to be optimist when the day is very good, when the world is very good to us. It is just important to stay positive on the darker days too. How does it get better? Yes, to get better at seeing the brighter spots in the tough times. That is what you say resilient. Remember happy moments, people who support you, your strength, your purpose, and you believe in what we believe in. Yes, think what we believe in. So, the fourth skill is obviously is a gratitude. When it comes to the life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude. That means that moment you're enjoying, if you take it with a gratitude. When you put a piece of food in your mouth, do you enjoy it and have it? You will know the taste better. So it's always better not to take things for granted rather than to take them with gratitude. Why does this gratitude boosting resilience? Yes. Gratitude is like the pizza topping. We don't need it, but its presence makes the experience whole lot more enjoyable. An attitude of gratitude strengthens our relationships and overall well-being. That tells us. How does it get better? Yes, to get better is by being grateful. You need to practice it with both big and small moments. You will get more resilient in the process. Be thankful for something simple like a deep breath, a glass of water, a creative insight, a smile, a hug, or something that arrives on time. Something that comes on time is also a blessing for us. The fifth ingredient, acceptance. Life will give you whatever experience is most helpful for the evolution of your consciousness. How do you know this is the experience you need? Because This is the experience you're going to have at this moment. Yes, this moment. Let us accept what is going to happen. Why does this boost resilience? Most of us loves control, but so much in life is out of our control. You have a choice. Either get rattled by uncertainty or embrace the reality of uncertainty. Okay. It is boosting resilience. You are able to accept. You are ready to embrace. How does it get better? Embracing the uncertainty means engaging creatively with the unknown. Do it by being open and accepting of what comes your way. You are saying yes to life, to the bad, but also to the good. That's what we are accepting it. Definitely, acceptance is going to make you resilient. Wonderful. This is a wonderful word by itself, kindness. 3 things in human life are most important. Please listen carefully. The first thing is to be kind. The second thing is to be kind. And the third thing is also to be kind. The most important thing in the world is to be kind. Why does this boost resilience? We choose to be kind, and it takes considerable willpower to do so. Physical illness, fear, loss, insecurities, and most energy depleting experiences decrease our capacity to act kindly towards others and ourselves. That is more important. If it's going to be a work environment or a formal gathering, kindness overflows. But let us take it home. Let us take it to our living room. Let us take it to our dining table. Is the same kindness overflowing? Let us take a pause and think over. So it takes tremendous effort to have that kindness. Think of the temper when you throw back. You're stressed at work. What will be the kindness level? Obviously, a smile on the face in the work. But when you enter your living room, yes, that is what resilience is. So the kindness that we start to practice really boosts the resilience. This is how kindness is one of the skills that is going to boost our resilience. Yes, we did have a bad day, or we did have a hectic day. And when we come back to our living room, now in this pandemic, living room and workspace is all the same, it's merged. 24/7 our workspace has been merged with our private space. But let's practice kindness. How does it get better? Commit to being kind to others and to yourself, even when it takes more effort. Commit to be kind to yourself. Self-care. Kindness definitely boosts resilience. The sense of purpose. Yes, absolutely. He who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. He who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. That is attaching the sense of purpose to every day. Why does this boost resilience? Recognizing the purpose helps us to focus on energy, keeps us engaged, makes it easier to be hopeful, fill us with the courage, and you guess it, boosts resilience. The purpose can come from a pursuit to help others, or to abide by a set of values. This is my purpose. I've set the values. Definitely is the booster for our resilience. How does this get better? To identify what gives us life purpose and the meaning, just think about it. Write it down. It might be one big thing or just a whole lot of collection of small things. You will know you have landed on it if you make a smile and feel inspired when you attach this sense of purpose. So you do make a comeback attaching this sense of purpose. Yes, my dear friends out there, forgiveness. Forgiveness is not an occasional act. It is a constant attitude. It is an attitude. It is not just an act. It is not a doing something. It is a constant attitude of forgiveness. Why does this boost resilience? No matter how wonderful your friends, loved ones, and colleagues are, you will have misunderstandings and they may disappoint you. You have a choice. Feast on the resulting hurt or find healing. Forgiveness decreases the load on your hurt. Forgiveness decreases the load on your hurt, which fills up your brain to focus on the things and make your life meaningful and bring back the joy. Definitely this boosts resilience. How does it get better, my dear friends? To be resilient, to take back the power from the person who hurt you by letting go of the grudge. To be resilient, take back the power from the person who hurt you by letting go of the grudge and spending your energy whereon you want to. Let me stress it again. To be resilient, take back the power from the person who hurt you by letting go of the grudge and spending that energy where you want to. So definitely, my dear friends, forgiveness is a wonderful attitude. It's not an action anymore. It's a constant attitude that is going to boost our resilience. Yes, connection. Definitely, my dear friends, connection. Loneliness does not come from having no people but one. It is from being unable to communicate the things that seems important to oneself, or from holding certain views which others find inadmissible. The loneliness comes not from having no people around. It is we are unable to communicate the things that seems important to us and holding certain things which are not admissible by the others. Why does this makes resilient? Loneliness doesn't mean we don't have people around us. It means that we don't have people around us and we don't have people who you think the same. Even in a party, 100 people around us, we may feel lonely or have a jubilant evening with just 2-3 people around. That shows the connection. Exactly, my dear friends. Connection is more important for being resilient. How does this get better? Building resilience by cultivating strong relationships with at least few people. Nowadays, the people are being carried away by the virtual friendship, the virtual likes that comes for each post or for photos. But that may not help us to build the resilience. Have the connection. have this strong relationship. They will help you to nurture hope and courage. Yes, my dear friends, we require strong connection, which will help us to nurture the hope and courage, and they can boost physical health and longevity too. So these are some of the skills and traits that we like to have it. How does this picture? Do you have any comment on that picture? In the chat window, please. There is a reason why I put that picture. Is it full of thorns? Or is the fence a blockage? Or I am able to see a flock of birds flying in a heart shaped. Through my heart, I am able to see whatever maybe the life is going to throw on me. This is how I am going to see. This is how the perspective is going to be. So with this, love birds. Thank you, sir. It's the way how I am ready to look into by cultivating the resilience. So how to build this? If you've seen all that, those are the activities. How to build it? How to bounce back in such difficult times? And this is the time that nobody has answers. Nobody has experience. Maybe in history, down the line, 100 years ago, we don't have. Think of our personal values, the faith, moral, philosophy, ethics, honesty. Let's think over. Take up on your strength, build our strength, enhance, focus on our strength. Yes, focus on your passion. Take up a long forgotten habit. Try enhancing, give time. Take up some long-term goals. Think of the wellness. Have intuitive towards health that builds our resilience. It is not what you know, it is how you think. Confusing? Understanding our pattern seeking mind is the first step towards real wisdom. We need to find the pattern which our mind is seeking. How we think affects everything from our ability to solve problems, to how we understand the meaning, value, purpose, that judgmental is going to affect us. Our minds can get stuck in habit loops. Yes, this is what was happening, why it is not happening today. This is what I expected, but this is not. This is how I have to be treated. So our mind is getting stuck in the habit loop. Based on the popular psychology literature, some thinkers have codified the way we form habits into a simple loop, a trigger, a routine, and a reward. We see something in our environment that sets off the trigger. Something in the environment that sets off the trigger. The trigger leads to a routine we are internalizing based on our past interactions with such an environment. We are trying to force ourselves. We are not ready to expose ourselves. We are getting scared whether we will be vulnerable if we expose or open up to the group, open up to the change. Finally, the reward at the end reinforces the said routine only. What is awaiting us is only a routine, not an adventure. If you observe that in your daily life, you will see it is roughly right. Our brain is pattern seeking, survival machine, and habits are how it ensures that we do not have to think too hard about it when familiar situation arises. This is letting us to conserve our energy. With the time we start to recognize patterns around us and we internalize these patterns so that we can reuse them in the future. We have to be aware. When it comes to the human mind, there is still no concrete theories on how thoughts emerges. We know, however, that thought plays a pivotal role in facilitating how we interact with the information, for example, that we are trying to be apart. In the same way that we form habits of action relating to our environment, we form habits, my dear friends, of thoughts. It's not the habit that we do, even the habit of the thoughts we make it. When it comes to know how we think about the world, we make our thoughts as a habit. At first, at least, we can't even distinguish between our own separateness from the world. We get so immersed with the thoughts, with the world and the environment that acts on us. With time, however, we can start to recognize these patterns around us. We can internalize these patterns like we do the habit so that we can reuse them in future. So, it is only the case we apply the pattern to the right information. The more diversified our trained thinking patterns are, most accurately we will be able to interact with the information around us. So it is not what you know, it is how you think matters. The thought is how is going to make us resilient. How we think is what matters. We are born with a set of biological machineries, but we are not knowing how to use it. As time goes on, whatever we have begun with a sense of our reality, we try to realize what kind of foods are good for us, and we learn to avoid things that are painful. And we begin to get thinking attached that can take care of us. With even more time, we develop full concrete distinctions between the different objects around us that we interact with. What keeps us in this process going is our pattern seeking brain. Yes, my dear friends, it forms both the habit of action and the habits of thought that embeds into our conscious and also into the subconscious memories to reduce the cognitive load of thinking. Yes, my dear friends, it is not what you know, it is how you think makes us feel resilient. One of the big problems is that how really easy for us to become stuck in a mental habit loop. So it is we who have to find the pattern seeking brain and make it in a different way, saying it is time to be resilient, not to be stuck with a loop of similar thoughts. To say that all issues can be solved with a shift in thinking patterns ignores the larger picture. Yes, but there is a truth in what we learn from history. How we think about what is happening around us is arguably more important what is more about actually happening around us. Let me repeat. How we think about what is happening around us is more important than what is actually happening around us. Definitely, there is going to be a shift, my dear friends. There is going to be a remarkable difference or a gap between what is exactly happening around me and what is it I am thinking of what is happening around me. That thought process. Maybe when a slide comes up, when you're visualizing it, definitely, my dear friends, would have thought, what is it? The slides are coming episode, the words are coming episode. Because we are there stuck with the pattern of thinking. It is what you know. It is not what you know. It is how you think. It is not what is happening around me matters more than what is important is what I am thinking about what is happening around me. That thought process, that habit loop, pattern seeking mind will definitely increase our ability to solve problems if we are aware of how I am thinking about the environment and what the exact environment is. In case, my dear friends, you had just a call in mid of a day, your boss wants to meet you. That's it. So many thoughts comes up, and he would have just given you one piece of information to carry on for the next day's work. But the time gap between from the time you receive the message that the boss wants to meet you till the time you met him and received his information, what was your thought process? We are stuck in the habit loop. Why was that? The resilience is the ability to anticipate, adapt, flourish in the face of change. Yes, it is the new normal that we are going to face. We need to anticipate and adapt and flourish in the face of this new normal. And this is how be grounded. Whatever may be the pulling force that's going to take away the earth below my feet, let's stay grounded. Let the wind blow, but let me be composed. Let me be patient. Let me be resilient. So what was that thought that we came in from the time we had a message, your boss wanted to meet you, till the time you met the boss and had a word? Definitely negative spin of thoughts, emotions and actions. How to stop this? Let me touch upon that. How to stop the negative spin of thoughts and emotions? People have distorted view of the world. Yes, distorted view of the world when they are in negative state of mind. Definitely nothing looks good or great when you have a negative mind. So what are these triggers that makes us? Let's find out those triggers. It becomes a cycle when negative thoughts reinforces negative emotions. Yes, from the thoughts, our emotion arrives. If it's going to be a negative thought, definitely a negative emotion, which in turn produces negative action. Thoughts, emotion, actions. If this cycle is not broken, if this cycle is not broken and left to run uninterrupted, it inevitably has a decreased physical and mental effect on the person experiencing the spin of thoughts, negative spin of thoughts. If these cycles spin often, they can lead to clinical depression and anxiety. So the key to avoid this negative distortion is to stop the mental spin, is to find out these triggers. Stop it when it comes in the thoughts, so that it is not being carried to our actions. Thoughts, action, feelings are sometimes even physical reactions can be triggers. On its own, a single trigger has a little impact. Definitely, my dear friends. On its own, a single trigger has a little impact. On the view of the world, rather than taking it up to the action. We can easily dismiss a feeling of frustration after dropping a dish on the floor, because there is no further triggers to escalate a cycle. Let us make it as a isolated incident. We are not going to keep pondering over the thought. However, if someone says, I cannot believe you broke my dish, then frustration can turn into anger and cycle begins. So it all depends upon the emotion and actions it proceeds. So stop the trigger. A negative thought as a flame. Visualizing a negative thought as a flame, we need to do it. So when the trigger comes, let us switch it off. A flame burning in an empty concrete parking lot cannot do much damage. These fires are left to burn out on its own and easily it gets extinguished. Put the same flame in a closed room filled with combustible material, you will have a potential disaster. Just like from your mind, throw that flame out to an empty space, so it just gets dissolved. My dear friends, it is not that we are not going to have a negative thought. Negative thoughts will arise. Let it out. Let it out. I like the way how Bhavya said yesterday, embrace it. The evil thoughts, embrace it and say, now it's okay, get out and kick him out. I like the way she said that. Yes, put that negative thought out in the old parking area rather than putting it in our closed room in our mind. Throw it out. So the people's experience is much similar to the situation that we are having so much of negativity it comes. It's not that some people out there could think why she is talking more about this negative spin. Yes, it is the need of the day. It's okay to be not okay. You really need to find out and know that it's okay to be not okay. Negative thoughts will come. Resilience means it is not always success. It is a failure there. You had a setback. You do have a comeback on it. Bounce back. How you bounce back, with what intensity you bounce back, makes all the difference, my dear friends. Having an example of a negative emotion cycle, a person is driving towards a business meeting and you get lost. That may trigger. You would have taken a longer route, missed a turn, as I said before. Recognize that trigger which is going to throw me off my equilibrium and start to enjoy the path, start to enjoy my driving, start to enjoy the music, or start to enjoy the environment, the companionship with which I am traveling, if it's going to be a public. And then say, recognize the trigger that's going to throw me off my equilibrium. We need to start weakening the triggers. That is what will happen. That is how you can throw out. Start weakening it. Weaken the trigger. First, Need to recognize the trigger, maintain my composure, and weaken the trigger. Let's start disrupting the cycle of negative thoughts. Let's start disrupting the cycle. Disrupting the cycle by disrupting it. So we are going to sleep in a positive state of mind, and then unnecessarily we wake up angry and grumbly. In these scenarios, breaking a negative cycle with a positive thought is hard, but it is not impossible. Most of the time we happily go to sleep. When you get up, you start grumbling. In case like you starve yourself for any additional negative energy and might feel the strength, the state of mind. It requires a lot of effort to break this established pattern. So my dear friends, let us recognize the trigger of the negative thoughts. It's okay to be not okay. It is not that we're not going to have always positive, always optimism. No, we will have the negative thoughts. Let us embrace it, throw it away. Let us put all our negative thoughts in the open parking lot rather than in a closed room with all combustive materials. Because let us take it as a mantra. Negative thought is contagious. It is as a flame. It is contagious. So let's come back to the picture that I gave on the first screen. How to nurture this resilience. How to be very positive in adverse situation. How to nurture. Excuse me. We are living the days of COVID. It is getting us down. We should know how we can develop our strength and our ability to rebound from adversities. Everybody has wonderful strength. It's time we start nurturing them, cultivating healthy habits. We are looking at a resilience as a dynamic process. Definitely we have to bounce back. We have to cultivate. Whatever happens, life has to go on. Many of the things that keep us physically healthy also appears to promote psychological resilience. Yes, a morning positive workout will definitely boost our resilience. Create this habit. Build and protect connections. Yes, definitely in this COVID time we require to build and protect connections. This is just like how Dr. Maheepathi sir did this. Got connected. Let us build and protect the connections. That is really going to give us a lot of change. It's going to establish us. Give us that resilience boost at this time, which is required for the ongoing lockdown period and also our post-pandemic world. Pursue the purpose and meaning. Think of it every time why we started and attach the meaning to the work. Let's start planning again what we are going to say. Let's plan again. Let's pursue. This is more important. Forging new brain circuits. We have to have a check on our loop, thinking pattern, loop. Only I can help myself. Only I can control. It's me who have to take control of my brain circuits. We have to control these brain circuits. Yes. We have to plan ahead, and definitely we have to advocate for social change. Let's keep spreading this change. Let us spread to our children. Let's spread to our students. Let's spread to our neighbors this social change of being resilient. It's okay to be not okay. And this topic really I want to touch. Why resilience is a top skill needed in today's workspace. Dust yourself off and bounce back. Yes, when we return back to the workplace, it's not going to be the same. And it is not the same now also. It was not earlier 6 months back. It's the need. Be resilient. It is going to improve the organization's and employees' performance. Definitely. Resilient leaders are required now. With all this composure, patience, listening, embracing, all the skills with resilient leaders are the need. The 3 skills: emotional regulation, self-compassion, and cognitive agility. You're able to keep changing dynamically. Be in stress with this post world. We have done it. Nature has made us to do. We have changed our eating pattern. We have changed our food patterns. We are being more healthier, trying to have our immunity. So, learning and development interventions to build resilience. Let resilience be one of the key part of skills that is there in the learning and development intervention in every workspace, in every organizations. So, coaching to build resilience, teaching and reframing the technique, providing the social support that is required. Let us develop the strength to be resilient enough. Not like this. Not being a negative creator, but by being a coach. I think the picture says everything. Picture says everything. That one finger you point at others, 3 is pointed at you. 3 comes back. How we have to bounce back. Karma also is a boomerang. So this classic story of resilience is a hugging tree. Look at how adverse situation the tree is ready to bloom and give nest and shade and fruits. Let us have a picture of this hugging tree as our role model. It has created that resilience. It's great, made its roots deep rooted, able to get hold of things. Yes, let's hold on. Never give up. Let's bounce back. Life has different things. It is I who have to help myself. It is I who have to think, recognize the negative spin. Definitely, it is not what happens to you. It is what you do about it. It is not what the environment around me. It is what I think about the environment around me. Yes, my dear friends, resilience is definitely the buzzword for the post-COVID. We need to bounce back. We need to have this. We have to take charge of our thoughts. Stop that negative spin of get the trigger. We recognize the trigger. Weaken the trigger and blow it off. So, let's do with self-care ideas. You can't pour out from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first. In this pandemic time, we need to take care of, prioritize our sleep, workout, eating habit, healing power of doing something like cooking, practicing kindness. The three most important thing in the world. First thing is to be kind, second thing is going to be kind, and third thing is also is going to be kind. Positive self-talk, which can ward off, cut the spin, the cycle of negativity. Make one of your pens a magic pen. I'll tell you what is this in the next slide. Make one of your pens a magic one. Read inspirational books. Okay. In this pandemic time, I do advocate a lot of vitamins be being given to you. I prescribe vitamin G to you, my dear friends. The vitamin G of gratitude. Look around. Find all the blessings around us and be grateful for that. Definitely, gratefulness is something more than saying thank you. Start reframing our circumstances. Write a gratitude letter. Yes, maybe to God. No fun in that. Enrich the mind with the grateful minds. Create a gratitude totem. We have so far seen only victory totems. It's time that we start creating a gratitude totem. The totem which reminds us of how we are. If we don't know how to get this gratitude around us, start asking these 4 questions every day, my dear friends. What touched me today? Who or what inspired me today? What made me smile today? And what is the best thing that happened today? Definitely, my dear friends, when you start to write answers for the fourth question, you will be having a handful of answers. Definitely more than 10 answers, but is really, you will find it the very tedious time to select which was the best one that happened. So there are so many goodness, only that we need to make one of our pens a magic. What I mean is, after asking all this question, please write it down. Write it down with your pen in your own handwriting. My dear friends, it definitely has a positive way. When you see your wordings in your handwriting, your brain stimulus reacts in a more positive way. So that's what I said in the previous slide. Make one of your pen as a magic one by keeping a gratitude journal. That's all, my dear friends, for the day. Thank you here, and it's discussion time.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. No, I think, there's a lot of reflection that what's happening when you are sharing how to make our resilience and the 9 points which you shared, and also every point was very valuable. And now it's open for the discussion. I request all the participants, they can unmute themselves and speak. If they have any queries, they can ask. If they want to share something, their experience, they can share. And I'm sure that you might have learned, when ma'am was talking about patience, composure, and whatnot, all those things, gratitude, how to make our life. What happens to you is not important. What you do is what happens to you. And especially when ma'am was talking about the magic pen, I know that everybody knows about what is this magic pen is now, and how we can build up this resilience. It's the most important point was it's okay not to be okay. Also, that's great, because when we are undergoing a lot of stress, and the first image which she has shown, that how to support ourselves, to make ourselves strong, and how we become resilient, and what kind of gratitude we show. Now it's open for you to unmute your microphone and speak what you would like to share in our query, or else if you have any experience to share, you want to compliment ma'am, you can go ahead, please. It's open for you.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Gopal Singh. Uh, yeah, Srinivas Rao, good evening.
Please go ahead, sir. Good afternoon.
Uh, yeah, so it's a pleasure that such a kind of webinar is arranged. Probably Madam is a computer science teacher, it seems. I have listened to her earlier. Very nicely she talks. Yeah, I would like to add here, many times I tell my students, if you have not failed at any time, please fail once. That's what I used to say. Whenever I go to lectures, they will be aspiring that I will be telling so many positive things. As Madam has said that, yeah, nowadays the present situation, pandemic situation is such that it's a new normal. Unless we adjust to that, it's very difficult to lead the life. Very nice of you, Srinivas. What exactly you do? You are an advocate or you are a trainer? Sir, Srinivas Rao, you are a trainer?
I'm into training, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir. I am HR trainer. We train engineering college students.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for sharing that about the smile and your experience. And Mahalakshmi ma'am, she's a dean working with KIT College Computer Science Engineering. And really, thank you, ma'am, for making us to think and make the resilience is a part of our life. As Gopal sir rightly said that he has been sharing with the people. Smile is very important thing which is missing because of this corona. People are negative, and the best part is that you're sharing about how to keep these negative things out. That's really great because of lot of news, media, and all. 24/7, we have been prone for negative thoughts than positive thoughts. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gopal sir. Thank you very much for sharing your opinion, sir. Thank you. Yeah, it's open. Anyone else can share your opinion, like Gopal sir did, or else if you have any query, you can ask.
Okay.
You spoke about forgiveness. You know,
Yes.
most of the times people say that forgiving is easy. It's not that easy, when it practically when we are talking to the people, and especially when you're working in environment, whether it is corporate or any non-corporate environment. Being kind all the time, being compassionate, and being patient all the time. Uh, no, you shared that these are all the things how we can make it also. Can you sum up and tell us that what are the main important things that we need to do to make our life to be resilient and come back and make this situation COVID-19 also as a positive one and make our life better life?
Sir Srinivas Rao, I have got a question to Madam.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
please, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Madam, I from the beginning, from my childhood, I used to read Dale Carnegie.
Oh,
Dale
yeah.
Carnegie. I have been influenced very much by him. And the way that we talk, and we have to look into the eyes of other people. We have to listen. Listening is a skill. Everything is okay. But I could not understand why such a person committed suicide. Dale Carnegie. Yeah.
Okay.
Any explanation?
Yes, sir. I will take it from my own experience itself. I'll make myself vulnerable here. I expose myself here. Whatever teaching that we do, we also have to make use of it. When I say do such talks here, it's not only for to spread what I know, it's also to make me
Practice.
motivated. Basically, I am a self motivated person, but the more thought we do is not, we are not able to practice what we do. A leader has to walk the thought I say. That is not only I say it out, it's also I say it to myself. Need to walk the thought. That kindness, we are able to put it up in our workspace, but we are not able to handle it. Maybe some people puts a picture, a very positive picture. In one of my webinars I have done, it was a 2 days programmer that I did in the earlier June. One full day I was talking only about positivity. Next day I totally changed my purview and made it as toxic positivity. Too much of positivity makes us mind not ready for this resilience. We are not ready to bounce back. Maybe he's such a great person, I cannot comment, so I'm just only taking on from my side. Maybe we make it all too positivity. We need to tell our students this time. It is not like how it was when my teacher told me. That was a different, when that relation, or like my father telling me, and now how I am telling to my daughter is definitely different, sir. We need to have this, think of this, all this saying only positive vibes, only positive vibes. That makes our mind not able to, what to say, handle things. We're not able to be resilient, we're not able to bounce back. That could have been the reason.
I too accept, because this pandemic, India is able to sustain because we are not so sensitive like Europeans, like French people or UK. I have gone there, I have traveled there. They are very, very delicate. But our Indians, we are very strong because we have, as you said, that negativity is also a plus point here. So that's a very good idea. And apart from that, you also said one point: a leader is one who is a good follower. Thank you, madam. Sir,
Thank you, sir.
Srinivas Rao.
That's
Srinivas Rao, I am very happy that 4-5 times I received the mail, but I could not just log in. Now I logged in. I would like to know more about you later when we have got later. Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Pleasure is mine, sir. Thank you for giving that example and the positivity and all. As Mahalakshmi ma'am rightly said that, the days have gone. Now people are telling that, no, think the other way around also, and you need to be prepared for anything. And as rightly as ma'am has explained, the most important challenging task is that how to deal, and what happens is not important. What you do with what happens, that's very important.
Exactly.
Excuse me,
That's
sir.
very important. And I'm sure that, whenever ma'am was talking about the session, maybe 9 points which he spoke about all those things. It's not that easy task. And when as a trainers and as the teachers, ma'am has got more than 3 decades of experience in industry as well as academics.
True. And
When you implement it, when you face and when you try to overcome it, when you share your knowledge with others is entirely different. And than reading from the books or from internet and you share, because there are many things which people read and they don't implement but they share. And I'm sure that if you implement and share, that makes a lot of difference in the society. And really, ma'am, it was really wonderful session, and you made each and every point clear. And the practicing is very important. Gratitude, how powerful one it is. How many of us are able to do that gratitude work? I'm sure that the Indians are far better than any other country when it comes to the gratitude. Even rightly, Dr. B. Gopal sir said, because of this pandemic situation, I'm from Telangana, and I'm sure that this same might have happened in any state. People have come forward to help the poor and needy labor, slum area, and they went and they extra mile and they started helping them. So that's a gratitude that we are shown to the people, and that made the people to be strong, as you rightly said that. So thank you very much, Gopal sir, for making and see that that's a power of our Indian people. And before we take any one more question, or else we'll try.
someone was asking excuse. Let me see.
Excuse me, Mahalakshmi, it's me, Geeta.
Hi, Geeta.
Hi, how are you? Good evening.
Doing
Excellent.
great.
You're always doing a great job, Mahalakshmi. I really enjoyed this particular session. Something marvelous, superb, and you have thrown me some new insights. And my question is, Mahalakshmi,
Yeah.
today for you is, you
Yeah.
said a word about karma. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is a particular question that I was pondering over for a large, I was pondering it over a period of time. Okay. I would like to get an answer from you,
Okay.
Mahalakshmi. My question is, whatever you say, I agree. That is, whatever I'm giving, I'm going to get back again. So it's nothing but a
Yes.
boomerang.
Exactly.
Suppose when some people who are suffering, who has got a lifetime of suffering miseries, though I pity them, sometimes it hits my thought that something they have done in the past, that is why they are suffering this time or this lifetime like that. Some thoughts are coming, and I am made to justify those sufferings. I know it is wrong, but I don't know how to correct that thought, my thought process, Mahalakshmi. Hope you
Madam,
get my point.
madam, madam, I have got a practical experience.
Yes.
So what she's telling, my wife always does puja, this vrata, reading hymn and everything. So religious. But she is here. Unfortunately, she got cancer. Now she is getting treatment. She weeps and asks me, what karma I have done? I have done all the things good here, but why I have to suffer like this? I told, your karmas will come not from this life, probably by the previous life also. That's what I used to say. Sorry for the interference. Please answer.
No, no. Yes. Geeta, that was a nice question. I'll take it up in the way that you're looking at. Let me rephrase what you have said. Let me check my understanding of your question. You're looking at some people and they are suffering, and you are feeling that they are suffering because of they have done from the past. Am I right? That is what you wanted to.
Yeah. That is, though I pity them, but
Okay.
some thought crosses me and tells me that something they would have done in the past, that is why they are suffering this time. Like that, it justifies my attitude. I know it is wrong, but you just guide me how to correct this thought process, or am I right in this thought process?
There is nothing right or wrong here. Its only thing is just ignore it. We need not be so judgmental about others' life or anything. Why? Whether we don't judge, we easily judge people when they get a victory. Ah, he's lucky he got it. Stop that. Try getting into it. They would have done lot of homework to get that victory. Like the other part when they do the suffering, I will take this from the answer which, I mean, the example which my teacher in my grade 6, 6th standard, my teacher used to say, when say be thankful, be thankful. Why? When she took this in the moral science class. Today you people walked from your school, from your home to school. Those days schools were just only walkable distance, not like these days. So said you walked, what did you see? Some people, what my answer was, I saw some beggars, I saw one old lady selling small gooseberries and things. She said, did you thank God for that? I said, why? I saw the beggar, I thought, why should I thank God? I said, yes, you should thank God that you are the other side of the road, not on the other side of it. That is what she inculcated empathy to me. Maybe that word was not there, but in that time she put that. So when the next moment I see, okay, thank God, I am in a good shelter. That's it. Try to take maximum positivity from things. So rather than pondering over why that person is suffering, maybe they would have done. Only thing is we can just wish them good luck. Try to make them go sit and talk, give you a valuable time and care, which money can never buy that. If you are very closely associated, if people are suffering, only thing is hold their hands and say, it will pass on. That's all you can do. If at all you are able to do some help, let them do. Rather than just thinking they should have, not to uh, be judgmental or do a dissection of someone's action. That too when some people are suffering. We need not think about it. What will happen is, as I said, a negative thought is like a flame. It is contagious. As good positivity is contagious, negativity is also more contagious. Negativity spreads more. So let's not ponder over it. That is very good. I appreciate here, Geeta, that you have recognized what you are thinking. You weaken the trigger. Need not be scared when you see someone suffer. So that is a way, like, you can stop that thinking and try to be empathetic toward the person and say, thank you that you're not on the other side of the road. As how my teacher told me in grade 6. And Dr. Gopal sir, I'm very sorry to know about ma'am's health. Like, God is there and she will be quite okay. Like, God will give the strength to endure the patience, endure the pain. That is what I tell to my daughter also. I am a diabetic. When I make insulin, she will say, okay, she says in Tamil, God, pain should not be there. Pain should not be there. My daughter used to say, I said, change your prayer, my dear. Say that I can endure the pain of the prick of the needle. I can withstand it. Let me give that. Obviously, even I don't know how I got that habit. When I go and pray to the God, I say, okay, how many problems? Let it come, my God. You come to my side. Let both of us face it. That is how. Okay, I cannot say always, don't give me problems.
Yeah,
It has to be inevitable.
Srinivas Rao sir and Mahalakshmi madam.
Yes, sir.
Many people ask us how you will be so happy with all these problems. See, we have 100 incidents. We have got 100 friends.
Exactly.
99 incidents are very good. 99 friends are very good. One incident is very bad. One friend is very bad. Our mind always thinks about that one bad incident and one a bad person. What I say, neglect those one incident which is very bad and one person who is very bad. There are 99 people, 99 good incidents. You will cherish, you remember it, you enjoy. That is the secret of life, man. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank
One point that I said today in session, I like to summarize with Maheepathi sir's
Please, please.
permission. I said, forgiveness is really very hard. When somebody has hurt, you take it in this way. Take away the power of the person who hurt you by letting go the grudges. One person is intentionally doing some hurt, doing some wrong, doing some unethical things to you. The one way you can take away the power is by letting go of the grudge on that person. Smile. Do something good to them. Definitely, sir. Definitely, my friends. There will be a change. This also I am saying from my own experience. Some people used to come and ask me from my workplace, how, ma'am, you are behaving like that to him? That is his nature, and this is my nature. Definitely, but it will not happen just in 1 day or 2 days. It may take some months, it may even take a day, a year, so it goes. So let us take away the power from the person who hate us or hurt us by letting go of the grudges. That is not only for them, it gives a lot of patience and power and positivity to us. Let us take away the power of the person who hurt us by letting go of the grudge. Let us let go of the grudge. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mahalakshmi ma'am. That's a wonderful closing, as you said that. No, forgiving is the best thing, and try to help them who hurts you also. Out of your experience, as you rightly said that, and the tagline also very important. It doesn't happen in a day. It's a process. You need to practice it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mahalakshmi
Wonderful.
ma'am, and thank you, Gopal sir. Thank you, all the participants
Thank
who
you
have
all.
been participating here. Atul Rai, Chandrasekhar sir, Dhruva, Gopal Singh sir, Gita ma'am, Joel, and Meena, Varghese, Venkatesh sir, Yoga Narasimha sir. I thank everyone for attending this session, and also there are a few compliments that you received on YouTube, ma'am. Lalita
Oh,
Soundarajan, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. I am Mrs. S. Lalita, Assistant Professor of English, Government Polytechnic, Daman, Union Territory. Excellent program and content. Maheepathi Gayatri, good evening, madam. It was awesome session, madam. Thank you for your valuable session. I thank madam. Thank you for your valuable time and making it to imbibe into our minds and to practice in our day-to-day life to come back and combat this COVID-19. And this is the power of resilience, as you rightly said that. All the people who are watching on YouTube and who will watch on YouTube, try to practice them and make your life better and successful. Thank you, one and all. Have a great time. Thank you.
thank you, sir. Thank you.